Hey everyone! So today we are doing Sky Showdown on the Taiwan server because we've received a request to do a video on it, and so just going to play through it and share some tips. Yeah. So for Sky Showdown on the Taiwan server, it's every Tuesday and Friday, and registration usually starts on the day itself from midnight to 1 hour before the event. And to see that to register, there's usually a floating icon at the bottom left. They're reminding you so that you don't forget, and personally I find this very helpful because sometimes I forget. Yeah, so all you need to do is click on it, this icon, and it will bring you to the registration page. So yeah, this is a shortcut. So the registration page can also be accessed from the event banner. And so first you have to set your defense team. So just to note that this defense team is because when you fight there are conditions for losing. Is either 3 offense losses or 10 defense losses, and this is for the defense team that will be defending against those 10 defense losses. It was something that I found confusing when I first started, as in, yeah, so this is the defense team and you can edit your offense team later on during the fights. Yeah. So yeah, so you just select your defense teams and then confirm that. Then you can also check your bracket. So for this bracket, basically Sky Showdown starts at level 40. So there's like level 40 to 59, level 60 to 69, 70 to 79, and then 80 to 100, the max. So 80 to 100, 80 to everything and above, my bad, not 100. Yeah, I accidentally excluded the 100 plus people because they are too high for me, so I don't even see where they are. Yeah, so yeah, the last bracket is for those above 80. So yeah, I was previously in the 60 to 69 bracket and going on to the 70 to 79 bracket for the first time this week. And so one thing that I wanted to highlight about this is, in this case I was just checking the number of wins for reference, for my own reference. I'm aiming for top 50 in the bracket, so it's like 11 wins. And yeah, one thing I wanted to highlight is that the higher the bracket, the higher the rewards that you can get. So there's also something to consider whether you want to stay in a lower bracket by purposely not leveling or move on to a higher bracket. So yeah. Generally for me, I find it's better to go on to the next bracket. So like previously I was in top 10 of the 60 to 69 bracket. I checked that that's just me confirming that I've registered. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm just pausing this video on and off because I actually recorded it outside, and yeah, just going through it now. Yep. So yeah, because the timing is 7 p.m. I'm just off work. Yeah. So yeah, I was saying just now that generally I find it better to go on to the next bracket because like in the last week I was in the 60 to 69 bracket, so I was in the top 10 of it. So I was actually checking that whether I was aiming to be in the top 50 of the 70 to 79 bracket and the top 50 actually gets better rewards than top 10 of the 60 to 69 bracket. So yeah, so that was one thing that I was checking just now. And yeah, so my aim in this time is I have to pass around 11 to 12 battles. That's just if you have a previous ranking to refer to, you can do some checking of that. Yep. Otherwise, I'll give more tips as we go into the fights. Yeah, so back in a moment. And it's time for the fight. So I'm going in from the button on the bottom left. And yeah, I actually went in like 8 minutes after the event started. Because as you can see, well, there are already people fighting and I don't want to get stuck with the wheels right at the top. So like if I went in at 7 exactly and I get 1 win, then maybe other wheels will get, then maybe wheels will get 1 win too, and well, they may just trash me from there. So pretty much I'm trying to avoid being ranked at the top by getting too many wins, since that's a sure way to get your defense trashed very quickly. Yep. So the strategy here is actually a balancing game as well. We want to get as many wins as we can to rank higher, but at the same time, you don't. It's a 1.5 hour game, so you do want to time your wins so that you don't get to the highest rank too quickly. Because if you do, well, yeah, you'll get your defense eliminated pretty quickly. So here I'm just checking, like if I'm at 1 win now, 2 wins. If I go to 2 wins, I'll already be at 20s, so I don't want that. One thing to note though is that yeah, if you win later, you actually, let me just fast forward this to the next time that I went in. Yeah, if you win later, you actually sorry. Yeah. Yeah, if you win later for the same, like if everybody has 2 wins, someone who wins later will be at the bottom of the rank rather than at the higher rank. So that means like if 10 to 16 are all 2 wins, you're the last one to win, you're at the 16th. Yeah. So the objective here is pretty much getting as many wins as I said before as you can, while at the same time avoiding the losing conditions, which is 3 offense losses or 10 defense losses. And to do that, actually there are a lot of strategies on how you plan your teams, and you pretty much have to find the best team for you. And so the most common way is to put your best team, your best fighting team, as your first team and hope they are able to kill everyone. But it really depends, because some people put their best teams on the second or third team as well, and use the first team to weaken the opponent first. Let me just go on to the next one. I actually waited another few minutes because now I'm at like rank 45 after the second battle, and I'm trying to avoid getting above rank 30ish or so. Because yeah, now I'm still at a healthy 10 defense, no defense losses yet. So my next one is about, and yeah, I went to do a bunch of other things. So this is the third time. I'm just choosing by lower, choosing opponents by lower strength level now, because at the moment I'm still able to have that luxury of choice. It's still early in the 1.5 hours. I'm just going by whichever has lowest defense, lowest strength level. But after that, I would also look at team combinations. So because as I was saying, it really depends on how you want to strategize and combine your team. So for example, offense-wise, healers are optional, because like in normal player versus player, same thing, HP is actually doubled. and whereas the healing rate for healers remain the same. So whether healers actually help much here, it really depends. And for me personally, I do find it still helps, so I still keep a healer on my team. And well, for the defense teams, some people actually put healers and tanks as a team. If you have enough healers and tanks, yeah, you can just put them as a team to drag out the battle, because if there's a timeout, the defense wins by default. So yeah, it really depends on what foot souls and fallen angels you have really. Some foot souls that are especially valued for this is also foot souls with CC. The bird, cocktail, for crowd control. So like you'll see cocktail, picking duck, and foie gras. Yeah, those are common ones you'll see in a team. So for me personally, if I see them in a team, sometimes even though I have a slightly higher power, like overall power, like if let's say I'm 200k, and yeah, let's go to the next one. Next one is around here. Yeah, so this is half an hour past already, so I'm getting into the higher levels now. So yeah, I would see if so even if even if I have a slight power difference, if I see teams that have foot souls with good crowd control, like cocktail, taking duck, foie gras, and Vodka is another common one that is used because she actually her skill freezes the whole team, and yeah, that could make a difference sometimes. So yeah, even if there's like a small difference in strength, sometimes with good CC, they can still win. So that's really important. Oh, well, for me, yeah, I have only cocktail as CC on my main team, because for me how I do it is that cocktail is my CC on the main team with pizza for DPS, and then I actually put Peking duck and foie gras on my third team as the backup team, as in like, because they are my my so-called second best team is there, so I use them to be the last chance salvager of these battles. Yeah. But yeah, pretty much that's about it. So I usually after each battle I will check where I'm at, like I'm 5 battles in now, and I will check like where if I go to the 6th one I'll be at rank 26, which is a bit too high for me at the moment. So I decided to continue. Did I? Yeah, somehow I decided to continue. Oh well. No. Your name was on the... Oh. Okay. I think my eyes glossed over your name because your power is too high. I'm like, yeah. I only target the low ones at this point, so zero in on. Okay, this is lower. I'll just see what their team combinations are, and it was roughly the same, so I'll just go for the lowest one. So I think he's totally glossed over your higher level, higher team power team. Oh, you almost it over me. Thank you. Thank you, yeah. I think it really did count because I think by the end Well, I didn't manage to record right to the end because the video broke off. But yeah, so spoiler for the end is that I actually I almost lost by all defenses. I lost by 3 offenses, but yeah, it was almost like a few seconds after I got my last loss, I got my last defense break. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's about there. Then after this battle, yeah, it was the same thing, checking the rankings again, and then moving on. Oh, it was about here. I check way too frequently. Yeah, I guess I'm pretty paranoid with that, with checking. Yeah, I'll just keep checking and checking. Yeah, okay, partly because it's my first time in the bracket, so I'm really not confident of what the pace of this 70 to 79 bracket is. If it was the previous bracket, I roughly know how it goes and am more assured in just leaving it till certain timings and starting to fight then. Oh, I was doing some changes in the Fallen Angels as well, just playing around with the combinations. And oh yeah, my decision earlier cost me 2 defense losses. I went a bit too high earlier. Yeah, the 20s are like semi-wolves already. Yeah, this was... Let's see. Yeah. Oh yeah, after about I think after the first half an hour, usually the weakest people are usually maybe out already. I mean, if you are just starting. So usually, if first fight, I won't go beyond the first half an hour for the very first fight. But then slowly, after 1 hour, yeah, the weaker ones are usually also, it slowly starts to go up. So yeah, the ones after the first hour are usually the tougher opponents. Yeah. Yeah, in the last 15 to 30 minutes, yeah, people usually just keep fighting to rack up the wins before they get eliminated or time's up. Yeah, the event ends. Yeah. So now I'm ranked 43 with about 40 minutes left. Oh, I'm still going. Yeah, it's a bit risky. Yeah, actually, it was a bit of a risky decision here because it's actually in this one I didn't judge very well. I think I did get a bit high, a bit fast because 40 minutes is actually quite a bit of time left. I probably should have waited a little longer. So it's usually in the last half an hour that you really try to rush, especially if your defense counts have stable. Then that's when if you feel that you're safe enough, then really go for the wins. Yeah, that's Vodka freezing the team. Yeah, you can see. It's really... Some people actually put Vodka as the leader of the first team. Yeah, I changed her to the leader of my second team as well. Because I value the starting health freezing sooner. Now I'm ranked 37, which subsequently I think I was a little crazy and went another time consecutively. This is not a very good example of how we should play it. But yeah, pretty much what happened was that yeah, I went another time, dung dung dung, and after that at yeah, you hover around rank 30 plus and oh my, yeah, so this is half an hour left and yeah, I was still testing it out. Yeah, at 9 wins I was with half an hour left I was still at 8 defense losses. I guess I was taking a risk and here it was okay, but my defense did start dwindling quite quickly after this. Yeah, yeah, my friend who was more on the top rankers was also around 30 plus at this time, which is a very clear indication that I shouldn't be in around here at this time. Yeah. For reference, my friend's ending rank was 11 and my ending rank was 46. So yeah, me being here at this time was just asking to, yeah, just having a target stamped on my head and saying, kill me, kill my defenses. Yeah, easy kill, get me. Yeah. So yeah, pretty much oh, I think this will take a while. Let me fast forward it to, do I have any more? I think I got cut off after that, did I? Let's see. Oh, this is just me being worried about, now I have 11 wins, and which was the reference that I got from the last week, right? I was just checking last week's ranking is like about 11 or 12 wins to get top 50. That's where I wanted to be. But yeah, this is where my defense started dropping now. I'm at rank 31 with 24 minutes left to go. I'm like, that is really risky. Yeah, so... And then, so I paused for a bit and did other things for a bit before coming back and chalking up a few losses. This is one of those where their total overall power is actually lower than mine, but I think I lost this one. Did I fight them in the end? I was staring at the screen for a very long time. I couldn't decide, like, well, they're the lowest of the four. So yeah. Yeah, they have 3 CC, Cocktail, Vodka and Foie Gras. Watch me lose. It was an ugly loss. Yeah, so pizza's down pretty quickly and there goes my cocktail. Yeah. And the second team wasn't great. I was trying out Escargot as a tank. He didn't really work out as a tank. As in, yeah, he isn't really a recommended tank anyway. But I thought I'd just give him a try. Yeah, okay, yeah. Also because my Fallen Angels for this team is actually this is my weakest team. Because I put my better Fallen Angels on the third team with where Peking Duck and Foie Gras are my last defense. Yeah, but even so, yeah, they couldn't handle Vodka and Cocktail in the end. Because they are still my Fallen Angels for them still aren't that great. So yes, a loss, unfortunately. Yeah, Vodka and Cocktail, yeah, lethal combination, yeah. This one, did I win this one? Oh, they were already out. Oh yeah, there is a bit of a bug. I don't know whether it's just only on the Taiwan server, but sometimes it shows themes that are already out, and if you try to click on them, they reappear, probably because it's they're the only ones available maybe within my bracket at that time. Yeah, so I've clicked till all 4 choices are higher than mine, and that's when I change. Yeah, so that's so you have actually a choice to decide to switch teams, to do a switch. I think I decided to switch opponents, my bad. Yeah, to because you have up to 3 chances to switch your opponents. But the thing is that if you do it I found that if you do it too quickly, it will still give you a similar set of opponents sometimes. So what I did so yeah, if you refresh them to like late in the game, because the selection pool is actually smaller, you may get a similar set of opponents even if you decide to click them. Yeah, like that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so what I did was actually, because it's there's only 15 minutes left, 13 minutes left now, but earlier what I did was I decided to wait for a bit before refreshing, so hoping that I would have some drop in rank that would give me a new set of opponents. So I think, yeah, finally decided to try this one. I can't remember if I won, but I remember that final last battle I did lose a few times before finally getting that last win that helped me get into top safely. Yeah, it was not easy. 70 to 79 bracket really isn't easy. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's after you have been in a bracket for a while and you got used to the pacing and the opponent type. I mean the opponent levels in the bracket. Going to a new bracket is like starting something new again. So you have to familiarize yourself with the waiting times, the level, the power of the opponents, and get a new estimate. So yeah, same thing with going into a new going to Sky Showdown new. It's really about experimenting, about considering the pacing, yeah, experimenting your own teams and checking out what works best for you. So yeah, I think that's about it for the fighting. My video actually got cut off like towards the end, so did I lose this one? I think it looks like I lost this one. Did I turn it around? Looks like a tough one to turn around, right? Yeah, so that's about it for the fighting. And then after that, of course, there is the collecting of prizes, which is... Just give me a moment while I switch the screens. And we are back here, alive. Because, yep, so collecting prizes, those are announced on... my airship! Yes, give me a moment. I will continue this in a bit. I'll snip off this part. Like, they can watch me refill my airship. Hey, almost there. Oh, I'm totally out of lettuce. Actually, I should just buy that. I don't really want to spend stamina on that. So, I think, yeah, lettuce. Hey. Okay, I'm done. Okay. And we're back on collecting prizes. So, yeah. After midnight, we'll get a notice for prizes. An announcement like this one. And here it's telling me that I'm rank 46 and I got 2,150 of these coins. So I just collect it. Yay! And I can spend them in the shop. This shop over here. So this is similar to the tips store and the PvP medal store, where it pretty much refreshes every few hours. It's the same timings, I believe. And yeah, so the price that I usually aim for here are UR shards, but the ones that come in sets of 10, which you get a slight discount for, because it's actually like an individual one is 1,000, but the sets of 10 is 9,800. So yeah, I value that slight discount of 200. So I usually go for that. So I save till I get enough coins for that. Then I'll exchange for it. Yeah. Oh, and another thing is that before the ranking rewards are in, you can also check your Sky Showdown results on this screen, as in the same event screen, and you can check the ranking here before the notice is in. This is where you also can check the number of wins of your opponents if you care for it for reference for the next game. So yeah, that's about it. And yep, here's also where you can see the rewards that you can get for your bracket, for your own bracket. Yes. Yep, so that's about it. And thanks for watching. See you next time.